Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the life of one of the most influential and unique contemporary artists of our time, Takashi Murakami. Known for his distinctive, colorful style that blends traditional Japanese art with modern pop culture, Murakami has redefined the boundaries of art, bringing his playful and often provocative works to the global stage. Whether it's his iconic flowers, collaborations with high-fashion brands, or large-scale exhibitions, Murakami has continuously pushed the envelope of what art can be. Let's explore his journey, artistic evolution, and lasting impact on the world of art. Early life and inspirations. Takashi Murakami was born on February 1, 1962, in Tokyo, Japan, to a middle-class family. His parents were not particularly involved in the arts, but Murakami's childhood was shaped by Japan's post-war reconstruction and rapid modernization. Growing up in the bustling metropolis of Tokyo, Murakami's early experiences exposed him to both traditional Japanese culture and the growing influence of Western consumerism and pop culture, which played a significant role in shaping his later artistic vision. From a young age, Murakami exhibited an interest in art. While many children were playing with toys or enjoying outdoor activities, Murakami found joy in drawing and sketching. His early influences came from traditional Japanese art, including ukiyo-e, woodblock prints, and calligraphy. But he also developed a fascination with Western pop culture, especially anime and manga, which would later heavily influence his art. Murakami attended the Tokyo University of the Arts, where he studied traditional Japanese painting, Nihonga. The university was a key stage in his development as an artist, providing him with the technical skills and knowledge of Japanese painting techniques. However, he quickly grew dissatisfied with the restrictive, classical nature of Nihonga, which limited creative freedom. Murakami longed for a new direction in his art that could incorporate the influences of modern and contemporary culture while still being rooted in Japanese tradition. The birth of Superflat. In the late 1990s, Takashi Murakami introduced the world to the concept of Superflat, a term he coined to describe both an art movement and an aesthetic philosophy. Superflat is, in essence, an art style that blends traditional Japanese art, such as ukiyo-e, woodblock prints, with the bold, graphic elements of Western pop culture, including comic books, cartoons, and advertisements. The concept of flatness in Superflat challenges the long-standing traditions of perspective in Western art, instead embracing a two-dimensional form where depth and perspective are deliberately flattened. The idea of Superflat emerged from Murakami's observations of postmodern Japan, a society where traditional forms of culture were merging with Western influences, consumerism, and technology. It became clear to him that in order to address the contemporary world, art needed to evolve. The Superflat philosophy wasn't just about the visual appearance of art. It also carried a deeper message about the relationship between art, consumer culture, and mass media. Murakami saw how commercial culture, with its reliance on mass production and commercialization, had penetrated every aspect of life, and he sought to critique this by blending these influences into high art. Superflat was also a direct response to the idea of high and low art. Traditionally, fine art was seen as a prestigious form of expression, reserved for intellectuals and elites, while pop culture was regarded as trivial or commercial. Murakami sought to eliminate the boundary between these two realms, using the accessible, consumer-friendly aesthetic of pop culture to create art that could appeal to a broader audience. He believed that both art forms could be interwoven and that the lines separating them needed to be blurred. In his book Superflat, Murakami explains how this concept represents the flattening of traditional notions of perspective and depth, not only in the visual sense but also in terms of cultural and social understanding. Superflat critiques the oversaturation of information and the commodification of culture, highlighting how these elements flatten our emotional and intellectual responses to art and society. Iconic works and characters. One of Murakami's most iconic creations is his flower motif, bright, smiling flowers with faces. This joyful, approachable image quickly became a symbol of his art. The smiling flower, which first appeared in his work in the 1990s, was inspired by traditional Japanese motifs, but Murakami transformed it into a character that felt entirely contemporary. The flower has appeared on countless works of art, from large-scale paintings to sculptures, and has even been used for collaborations with global luxury brands like Louis Vuitton. The flower's cheerful demeanor belies a deeper commentary on consumer culture. The ubiquitous image of the smiling flower has been used to critique the commodification of art, the way in which products and symbols are sold to the masses. Murakami's work often explores the relationship between joy, innocence, and commercialism. The smiling flower has become so recognizable that it has transcended the world of art, appearing on everything from t-shirts to handbags. This commercialization of Murakami's artwork is a direct reflection of his Superflat philosophy. Art is no longer something confined to the gallery, it is something that can be experienced and consumed by the public. Another major character in Murakami's portfolio is Mr. D.O.B., created in 1993. Mr. D.O.B. is a figure with a cartoonish face, wide eyes, and a playful expression. The character draws on Murakami's love of pop culture, mixing elements of anime and manga with more traditional fine art techniques. Mr. D.O.B. is often portrayed in a variety of colorful, exaggerated forms, and has come to represent Murakami's exploration of innocence and the darker, more cynical aspects of human nature. Through Mr. D.O.B., Murakami reflects the tension between purity and corruption, a theme that he has explored extensively throughout his career. Murakami's characters and motifs, such as the smiling flowers and Mr. D.O.B., often carry dual meanings. While they may appear childlike and playful, they often contain darker, more existential themes that question human nature, consumerism, and the superficiality of modern life. Murakami's ability to balance these contrasting elements, playfulness and darkness, innocence and cynicism, has made his work both accessible and thought-provoking, allowing it to resonate with a wide range of audiences. Collaboration with popular culture. Takashi Murakami has made his mark not only as an artist but also as a cultural icon. His collaborations with various figures and brands have cemented his status as one of the most commercially successful contemporary artists. One of his most notable partnerships was with Louis Vuitton, the luxury fashion brand. In 2003, Murakami worked with Louis Vuitton's creative director, Marc Jacobs, to design a series of bags and accessories featuring his signature flowers, the multicolored monogram, and other elements of his vibrant style. This collaboration brought Murakami's art to a whole new audience, blending high fashion with contemporary art in a way that had never been done before. Murakami's global impact. Murakami's influence extends far beyond the gallery walls. His work has been featured in major museums and art exhibitions worldwide, including the Tate Modern in London, the Guggenheim Museum in New York, and the Palace of Versailles in France. Murakami's paintings, sculptures, and large-scale installations have garnered international acclaim, making him one of the few Japanese artists to achieve global recognition in the contemporary art scene. But his impact isn't just about fame or recognition. It's about his ability to disrupt the art world. Murakami has shown that art can be a commodity, not just a luxury reserved for the elite. Murakami has proven that art is not a static form. It is something that evolves with the culture around it. Legacy and conclusion. Takashi Murakami's art blends joy with darkness, tradition with modernity. Whether through his iconic flowers, Superflat movement, or collaborations, he has redefined the boundaries of art and commerce. Murakami's legacy lies in challenging conventions and bringing art into everyday life. Thank you for exploring his world. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.